do an intro.
Do an intro.
I'm gonna do an intro.
Do it. Do it.
Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. I had to sneak that goddamn intro in there. This is gonna be a disaster.
You might want to take the fucking Snapple out from in front of the camera.
Oh
too.
yeah, well, that's a product placement. There it is. Hey, welcome aboard, everybody. What's up? I'm Spear. This is going to be an absolute debacle. On the mics, we have
Mountain Dew.
We have the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
I have to re-lubricate.
You did that wrong, dude.
What did I do wrong?
My man, your man, the Z-Man.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah,
All right, fine.
do it right. This is an amateur hour.
On the mics, we have my man, your man, the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday for listeners program.
That didn't even work.
Happy birthday to you.
Very nice, very nice. And on the other mic, we have the illustrious Corey G. What is up, sir?
Well, after that, I'm a bit hard, even though there's no beer, asshole.
I'm sorry, I did not get the beer. But
Dude, put the Snapple thing in front of me the whole film.
here it is, right there, like that. There it is.
You gotta slap.
What up, everybody? I'm Spear. This is going to be a little bit of a different show. We are actually, for the first time, in the same place at the same time. We've been doing the show for about a year, right?
It will be a year at the end of this month.
So a year at the end of this month. This will be our 46th show. We had a few weeks where we didn't do a show for whatever reason or another. And this is the first time that not only are the three of us in the room together, but this is the first time that Corey and Zeth have actually met each other. Corey, this is Zeth.
That's Corey?
Told you I wasn't
Corey,
a ginger.
there you
Nice
go.
to meet you, dude. Not a ginger. Not a ginger.
Not a ginger.
Taller than you would expect, though. Taller than you would expect.
Taller than you expect. This is we're actually running video on some of this too, so we'll cut a few of these clips and we'll post them up on YouTube and on the Facebook page. I don't know what to say. This is momentous.
This is momentous.
Uncomfortable.
Why? Because you're in such close proximity, or
Then I'm sober.
no? Unfortunately,
It's going to be awkward not talking over each other as well, where we can actually see
yeah.
that someone else is speaking.
Yeah. This is going to be a really interesting experiment. I'm surprised it's taken us so long to do this, but you know what? Better late than never. You know.
Or pregnant.
Yeah. So what the hell are we talking about this week?
We really have no show topic for today, so I think
It's going to be a great one.
our best ones usually do happen when we
Don't give a shit.
when we don't give a shit. We really have no plan. I'm just going to eat an Oreo cookie.
Yeah, and I'm going to enjoy this Hershey bar.
That's pretty good.
It's tasty. What do you are you feeling a little parched over there, Corey? What do you
Yeah, I need some Sierra Mist.
Nice. See the label. See the label.
You will never be able to see this label.
That's because of the Snapple bottles right in front of you. All natural Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth.
You can also see that we're all wearing our Fuck Your Mom shirts,
There you go.
designed by Mr. Spear.
Available on cafepress.com. So something must be done about product placement. We're going to be just as guilty of it as anybody else this week. I think. Well, this was your idea, was it not?
Yep.
What set you off?
NFL Network.
NFL Network with what? The Red Zone, right?
Yeah, the Red Zone, brought to you by Sports Authority.
That's right.
So not only did they show you the Red Zone highlight graphic on the field, it had the ad by the Sports Authority.
So it's
The line of scrimmage was wonderful. Why did you cut me off?
I'm sorry. Would you like to continue?
No. It's gone now.
Is it?
No.
Why was the line of scrimmage wonderful, sir?
It's a fantastic invention. See where the line of scrimmage is and everything, all that stuff, and what do they do to it? Sports Authority.
Was it red?
Yeah,
For the Sports
red.
Authority?
Yeah.
Or was it just the red zone where they show you that you're in the 20? You're within the 20.
They highlighted the 20 yards of the red zone, and then they overlaid it with presented by the Sports Authority.
Wasn't it last year? It was Old Spice. Wasn't it the Old Spice Red Zone last year?
I don't know.
Well, I think
Whatever it was, it sucked. It doesn't belong there.
I agree.
I hate all those product placement things where they're like the something, the shack slack of the game,
Oh, the Slacks Hoagie Shack Whack of the Game.
the whack of the game.
Whack of the Game.
Or what was shit? The FedEx Orange Bowl presented by
Tostitos.
Yeah,
It's
something like
Because they
that.
needed to have two people named.
Yeah, two people had to sponsor it. Yeah.
At 3Com Park or fuck, you know.
Good.
Yeah, I don't like when they name the parks either. Go name it after a person or a player or
Veterans
something.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Candlestick.
Yeah, good stuff. Not like
Fenway Park.
not Qualcomm.
Yeah.
Then they get bought out and you have to change the name anyway. How many times did WAC get renamed?
The Wachovia Center.
Yeah.
Well, it was
The
the,
FU Center.
so it was first it was the Core State Center, then it was the First Union Center, then it was
Yes.
the Wachovia Center, and now it's the Wells Fargo Center.
Yeah.
It was just after each bank acquired the one before it, and it just they just transferred.
Nobody knows
the
what
name
you're
rights.
talking about.
Yeah. Objects like that should not be allowed to be bought or have name changing.
Right.
Well, right now the new Giant Stadium is the new Meadowlands Stadium. I don't think they sold the naming.
They
rights
called
yet.
it. They're calling it the new Meadowlands
right
Stadium.
as of right now until they sell the naming rights. It is the new Meadowlands Stadium.
At some
Well,
point, will there be the new Meadowlands Stadium?
Oh yeah, 30 years from now when they knock this one down and they break out the new one.
What's the Mets Stadium called?
City Field.
Citibank City.
Citibank, and it was funny because when they sold the naming rights, it was right in the middle of that huge crash.
Which one?
It was, I guess, in 2009, I think. But it was at that point where Wall Street was getting creamed, and they were all saying, how can Citibank possibly afford all of the money for the naming rights when they can't afford to pay their employees?
You know who else was getting creamed back then?
I don't know. It's worse.
3, 2, 1.
Your mom.
Fuck this. It's worse because I can see that shit-eating grin on your face now. It's worse than all the high fives. Even worse. Now they're high-fiving. It's worse. The shit-eating grin and the high fives.
Before the show started, we got to get warmed up on a picture of Spears' mom in the stairway on the way up here.
Worst part about it was I saw that grin on your face up front. I knew something was coming, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Why is he smiling? And it's like,
You like how I waited?
It was nice. The delay was great.
It's like,
Delayed gratification.
Should have seen that one coming,
Yeah,
right?
should
Like your mom did.
What are the words I can't use? Exploded. I got creamed on that. I
Moist.
got creamed, moist. What else?
Beads.
Beads. What else can I use? This was fucking.
There's nothing I can't use on your mom.
Let's just move on. Where do you guys come down on product placement on TV shows and movies?
I noticed the other day, because you usually see Apple all over the place, right?
Right.
Apple's very big into it. They donate a lot of computers because they want to get their name out. In shows where they don't get the rights, you always see a giant sticker on the front of someone's laptop. And I just saw that in a movie I was watching the other day, and I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out to me, but it's because it's so clearly obvious that it is an Apple laptop, but it's got like this giant like globe on it or something else that illuminates.
Or it's a silver sticker that's meant to look invisible but does not match the tone at all, so it just stands out.
Happens with cars sometimes too, right? If the car company doesn't want their brand represented in the movie, sometimes they'll put, a big black like over the front grille where usually their insignia is. They'll put something over that. So it happens there too.
I haven't noticed that, but
Happened in Iron Man. I remember seeing it where they pulled the car right up to the camera, and it was just kind of
they got
blacked
rid of
out.
the Audi logo?
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't the Audi logo. That one was huge product placement.
Okay.
It was the whatchamacallit, whatever other cars that they were driving that weren't Audis for that. Come to that.
I don't remember.
Um,
Oh, actually, I never saw it. So.
Apple is the number one company for product placement. They
Sorry.
over the course of the
I need some Tums.
this is where editing comes into play, ladies and gentlemen.
Tums with calcium.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for this.
Way to do your homework. You know how much more fun it is when I can see your reaction.
Well, now every time you hear what the look is on the face, right?
It's awesome. I'm gonna do it every time.
Let's see. In 2010, Apple was tops in product. This is according to CNET. In 2010, Apple was tops in product placement According to research released by Brand Channel, Apple products appeared in 10 of the 33 movies that hit number one at the box office last year. It bested Nike, Chevrolet, and Ford, all of which tied for second place. So Apple is the go-to company for product placement. They have beaten out, and I want to find the other link.
See, they're redesigning their corporate headquarters in Cupertino into a glass donut-shaped building.
I did see that.
Yeah, they're building a new one.
It's going to be like the Pentagon, but bigger. And since they have more money than the government, that seems fitting.
Also on the list here, Apple won the 2010 award for overall product placement. 2010 award for achievement in product placement in a single film was Iron Man 2, boasting 64 product placements. Like Dick's, Audi. Oh, fuck it, I said Dick's, and you guys missed out on that one.
Just playing Words with Friends.
Yeah, see, I want everyone, if you're watching on YouTube, check that shit out.
That's the level of attention we have here to detail.
This is what happens. You douche.
I told you that's what happens when there's no beer.
This is what happens.
And it's all your fault.
Is it?
Are you doing more homework?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, I'm looking at other
I'm
examples.
getting bored now.
I'm looking at other examples. Other examples. Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, with
Horrible movie.
horrible movie with Michael Douglas sitting at a book signing, sitting in front of a Borders
We're now
Borders
bankrupt.
placement.
Defunct.
2010 award for product placement achievement in an Oscar-nominated film, The Fighter and Budweiser. Apparently, Christian Bale is getting hammered on some buds. Let's see, what else do we got here? 2010 award for product placement impact, EA Sports and Gatorade. Have you seen this now? That even in video games, you're getting sponsorships. Like I remember playing Madden and seeing things in there. Product placements. This example here is for Gatorades from the basketball game that EA produces.
The cool thing about this is that they can, in patches, they can actually change the logos. They can change the advertisement.
Right.
Because they can reconnect to it and download new products.
That sounds like a really bad thing that they can do with that.
Well,
See, when Wipeout did it with Red Bull, that was cool because nobody knew what Red Bull was. And it was neat. Like,
What?
is that real?
Wipe out the
Yeah, the video game.
the video game,
Yeah.
the racing game.
Yeah. They have Red Bull shit all over the place.
This isn't even, I think, the most egregious one. I have to find.
You know what the most egregious one is? Fucking word feud after every goddamn move. Fucking video or an ad or some ridiculous bullshit. I'm not paying $3 for a Scrabble clone. Come on.
But that's not product placement. That's just advertising. I mean, this is like on this example here with the video game is just it's like the starting lineup sponsored by Gatorade. Now I understand it's supposed to like mimic the television presentation. I guess that's what it's trying to do. But really, I've already paid $60 for this game. Do I really need to get bombarded with ads at that point too?
right. Well, see, that's the whole thing. So I have no issue with ads if I'm getting a product for free or discount. So the game, Words with Friends playing the free one, I don't give a shit if I see an advertisement at the end of every one. I'm not paying for the game. Someone has to pay for the developers.
Fine.
Yes, you paid $60 for this game, and now they're going to sell you ads on top? No. You give it to me for free. Show me as many ads as you want. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Same thing with like TiVo. I can't stand that TiVo's putting fucking commercials in my now playing list.
Yep.
And they're always throwing those things at the bottom telling me to go check out Bing and all this other fucking crap after I had to spend $200 for my lifetime membership for them.
Yep. I mean,
That ain't right.
I understand to a certain degree why they do some of this in movies. I mean, movies now are ridiculously expensive to make. I mean, the average summer blockbuster now costs anywhere between $150 to $200 million just to make, let alone And if you make a stinker, then that you're getting creamed budget wise. So
Well, stop making shitty fucking movies.
well, there's that.
No Hollywood film has ever made a profit anyway, so.
So the reason I bring this up is because evidently James Bond they're making a new James Bond movie, and the James Bond franchise has always been big on product placement. James Bond has always driven an Aston Martin, or even in the Casino Royale movie, there was a very prominent product placement for Ford, right, where you see James Bond cruising in like a Ford, whatever the fuck, cruising down the
Ford Mondeo, I think.
what was it?
Mondeo.
Okay, but the Aston Martin, the Omega watches. He always
say Omega?
Yeah, or Omega, whatever the fuck. They call it Omega in the movies.
What?
That's what they call it. That's what he says. That's how he pronounces it. Yes.
And what was that movie they did in Venice where they were driving 2 Mini Coopers or 3 Mini Coopers through the fucking houses?
The Italian Job?
Yeah.
Yeah. So same kind of thing. All of that said, the reason I bring this up is because the new James Bond film, the one they just did Quantum of Solace, and now that MGM got back on the horse, I guess because they were so short of cash, they are now going to set a record for product placement, and they have a $45 million allotment for product placement. MGM and Sony have arranged for roughly 1/3 of the budget to come from product placement, $45 million. You're looking a little parched there, Seth. Maybe you need a sip of something tasty or refreshing. What do you have there?
When I get thirsty, I drink Mountain Dew.
There you go. So $45 million. I mean, this is going to be one of the biggest movies of 2012.
I won't say it.
I probably will. Would you go see a James Bond movie?
Yeah, probably, even though Quantum of Solace was retarded.
Yeah, but would you be more or less inclined to go see this movie knowing full well that you're going to get bombarded with product placement?
Less.
Right?
Red box.
Right. Because you're going to pay, what's the average price for a movie now?
$11.95.
$11.95. And if you see it in 3D, it's like $14. God forbid you see it in IMAX, might as well take out a mortgage on your house. So you're paying all this money to go see these movies anyway, and then you're going to get creamed with product placement. It's off the wall.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that brings us up to one of the other ideas we were talking about for the show, is the new Morgan Spurlock movie.
The greatest movie ever sold.
Yes, the greatest movie ever sold, in which he entirely sells out his products all over the place. Interesting concept, though, because I can't wait to see this movie because A, I like his movies, and B, it's very pertinent to what we're talking about. It's ridiculous how much product placement we do see every day, and you just become numb to it, right?
Yeah.
I don't notice half the shit that they put in these things. I didn't notice. You probably notice that it's an Apple product just because of the shape, but that doesn't make me want to buy it, does it?
Well, yeah, I guess you wonder about the effectiveness of some of this stuff, right? You wonder whether or not any of this actually sells more products. Certainly wouldn't make me want to go buy more product.
I actually avoid products that have commercials that I hate. So product placement would make me not buy their stuff.
So what about TV though? Because TV's got the same problem, right? So TV's got the same problem as video games, right? Where you've already paid for it, and to some degree with TV, you've paid for it in the form of your subscription to cable or satellite. And you're paying for it in the sense that you're watching commercials, right? Even on basic cable, you're watching commercials. So maybe not like HBO, where you're paying a premium for it, but on many shows there's product placement. Many of them, like American Idol, is the most egregious,
right?
Because you're seeing those Coke glasses are sitting in front of the judges at all times. You cannot miss them.
Right. Every intro and outro of every commercial too is also a Coke swirly thing.
Coke swirly thing. The Ford Focus commercials that they do all the time.
Right, where they actually have the kids singing in trunks and stuff.
Yeah. So it's brutal. But that's not, I think, the most heinous thing. I read an article, and I'll dig it up again. And I'll post it on the Facebook page. There's a company that will take a show that's already in syndication. So the example I saw here was How I Met Your Mother. And if they're in a bar, as they often are in How I Met Your Mother, if there's a TV playing in the background, they'll put a commercial for a given product. And what they'll do is this company will actually, let's say the show was filmed 3 years ago. They will actually go in there and put in a new ad for a new, more current product based on whoever pays them to do it.
Right.
Not only that, but they'll also go so far as to create places to put ads where none existed before. So, like if there's a pole or something that they're walking past on the street, they will put a sign on the pole so they can put a new ad in there.
You have to get your mom out of the way first.
Burn, just like a crotch.
Mrs. Spear, can you please come down from the pole now?
She was advertising her movie.
Make it rain.
I mean, you saw the picture of my mom, right? I mean, it's no secret. We are sitting in my home, and on my wall there is a picture of my mom. And you saw my mom. You saw what a lovely woman she is.
There's a hole right next to it. Some might say it's a glory hole.
It's wrong on every conceivable. It's inappropriate.
You knew what you were getting into when you decided to have this.
You are in my home. Could you show a little respect?
You knew what you were getting into.
A little respect. Come on. A little bit. Tiny bit. Maybe. A little bit.
No respect for your mom.
No respect for my mom. Okay.
Well, it's more to mess with you than anything. So.
That's fine. If you saw the picture of my mom, you'd realize that you wouldn't have wanted to fuck my mom.
That's the
rude.
rudest thing that anybody has said about your mom.
Is it really?
Yeah. Name one rude thing that we said about your mom.
Oh my god.
All ours are positive.
Really? So
yours was negative.
So the coming all over her face, that
she
was
likes it.
positive.
I can't come on an ugly girl's face.
Oh, I see. So it's a compliment.
Yeah.
All right, I see. Okay.
You're the only one that said bad things about your mom.
Is that
You're
it?
like, I won't fuck her.
Seriously, dude. Who wouldn't fuck their own mom?
I got nothing. I don't even understand. I
You would silence the spear.
What are you saying now? What are you saying?
I told you this is what happens when I don't have beer.
I guess. What else do you guys want to talk about?
It's time to take a break so we can get a word from our sponsors.
Ooh,
That's a good idea.
that's a good idea.
Do we have a sponsor?
I think all natural Snapple is a taste. Oh, you look a little hungry
I'm going to
there.
go a little healthy today. I'm going to go with a little bit of Cheerios.
Yeah.
They will help me stay regular and heart attack free.
Oh, heart healthy.
Heart healthy.
Will lower your cholesterol. Hold up the box a little more. There you go.
Spear's mom.
I'm looking for something a little sweeter than Cheerios, and
I could do without the visual.
I really hope we didn't get enough of that on the video there.
The clip.
Looking for something a little sweeter, maybe a Skittle.
He was all up in there, Chris.
All up in what, that Cheerio? The only thing tighter than the hole in that Cheerio is your mom's asshole.
Yeah, she should be tight.
Not after I'm through with her.
Well, that completely goes against the
What you
joke
just said.
that you just made.
Fuck your mom, the both
Dude,
of
that
you.
made no
Okay? I don't
sense.
care.
Absolutely
Shut up.
Just give it up. Don't even try.
Fuck your moms.
Don't try.
So what did we learn? What did we learn about product placement?
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. You would be less inclined to buy a product should you see it in the
Especially if it's a shitty ad, as Corey said.
Copy that. What did you learn?
Gotta get paid.
Gotta get paid. Gotta get paid. Gotta do things in order for you to.
I've been holding him in all night. That's how it's gonna be. I'm kind of afraid to smell it.
I love farts.
Yeah, the worst part about it is you took the headset off to get it to where it would fucking.
The funnier part is the fact that I put the headset back on. I should have taken your headset.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
That would have been funny. That would have been much funnier.
Corey's hiding in his fucking shirt right now.
I'm afraid it stinks really bad.
No.
I can't smell it. I can't. It's nothing. It's
That's all air.
It's all sound and fury. What did we learn about doing the show for the past year?
I learned a valuable lesson. Don't podcast when Spear's in Germany.
Yeah, the one.
This shit's hard. It's hard to fucking put this show together.
Did you finally learn what each other looks like?
Oh, that's interesting. It's okay. I can't look at him while I'm talking because if he's speaking, it's weird. It's really weird to hear him.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What did you learn,
I
Corey?
prefer to never do it again, actually.
To what? Never.
Unless there's beer.
We need more beer.
What else did you learn about doing the podcast for the past year or so?
It did feel like a year.
It's crazy.
I tell you what, I thought this experiment would have lasted like 8 shows, and we would have went, fuck it, you know.
I think so too.
There's been several months or several weeks. Like Monday comes along and I'm coming home. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. No, the hard part for me isn't the recording. The hard part for me is knowing that I have like an hour and a half worth of bullshit that I have to try to comb through in order to figure out what the fuck.
Yeah, if you didn't do that, I would quit. I would just play tanks on Monday nights.
You still play tanks on Monday nights. You play tanks while we're recording.
So?
You're on Facebook complaining about doing the podcast while you're podcasting.
I never complained about doing it. I just posted something else on Facebook at the time. I can multitask.
What do we have in store for next year?
What, more shows?
Yeah.
Dude, we can't figure out what we're doing next week, let alone next year.
Send us your ideas.
Send us your ideas. We'll post them on the Facebook page.
We'll even let you come play with us.
Why not? Yeah, I've had fun over the course of the past year. You know?
I learned a few things.
I don't hate my own voice now.
Hey, bonus. Nice.
Yeah.
My singing has gotten better.
No, it hasn't. No, not at all. No. No, definitely not.
I have more confidence singing.
I'm glad you have more confidence.
There you go.
I was really unconfident. What is the opposite of confident? Disconfident? Unconfident? Not confident?
What is it?
Shy.
Shy, there you go.
I'm not shy with my singing.
Yeah. Good job. Nice.
All right.
Well, I've learned that I do hate the sound of your voices, having to edit the show every week. And then having to hear you week after week after week.
The cool thing was coming into Spear's house and having his son go, "The Z-Man's here! The Z-Man's here!"
My 4-year-old son who listens to the show, and he probably shouldn't. It's very naughty.
For him, it's for your mom. For your
mommy. For your mommy. FIM, for your mommy. We should probably thank all the guests that we've had along the way.
We should probably not name them because we'll forget somebody.
Yeah, and that probably wouldn't be good. We've had some good guests.
We've had some good guests.
I think the one guest I want to call it out. The one guest we had when we did the profanity show, probably one of the best times I've had doing the podcast. Watching her disintegrate as Corey continued to hammer over and over and over again was probably one of my favorite moments throughout the show.
You, Kath.
I like ruining your relationship. That was my favorite part.
What was it that for her boyfriend kept saying that
I can't get Corey's image out of my head every time we do sex. I want to put my bits in your bits.
That will fuck anybody up, right? That's a job well
and now
done
that
by
you
you.
can see what he looks like. Say it so you can picture it now.
Go ahead.
Oh, I can't say. I gotta.
You gotta put your bits in my bits.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
It's too much pressure.
The magic just has to happen, right?
Yeah.
It just
It's
has
gotta
to
natural.
happen.
It's gotta
It's just
natural.
gotta happen.
Yeah.
But that was one of my favorites. So thank you, Kath. That was awesome.
Many new guests next year.
Yep.
Many new show topics coming. We just don't know what they are yet.
Yeah, bring your show topics. Go ahead and post them on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. We need more subscriptions. We need more people to subscribe to the 4 Listeners program.
It's free. Just push the fucking button.
It's
Get us paid.
It's free on iTunes. Go ahead to iTunes and search for 4 Listeners or the 4 Listeners program, and we will pop right on up. Well, thanks, guys, for the past year. I've had a blast.
Good work with you, buddy.
Working with you.
Thanks for editing for free.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey.
The triangle is complete.
Yeah.
It's true.
And we thank all of you for checking us out over the course of the past year. Thanks for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday